In the vast expanse of the American plains, where the wind whistles through the tall grasses and the sun casts long shadows across the land, there exists a creature both majestic and hauntingly scarred. Here, we encounter Bison, a symbol of the wild, lumbering through its territory with a gait that belies the horror it carries. This is no ordinary bison. It bears a grotesque wound, a festering mass of barnacles clinging to its side like sinister barnacle-encrusted barnacles, a grotesque testament to the dark side of nature's design. As we draw closer, the sight is shocking. A patch of skin where the once proud fur is matted and stained, revealing a grotesque landscape of barnacles, each one a tiny fortress of nature's cruelty, appearing like malignant growths on the noble beast. Barnacles are not just the stuff of seaside lore. They are opportunistic creatures that thrive on unsuspecting hosts. In their natural habitat, they cling to rocks and ships, but in a bizarre twist of fate, they have found a new home on the bison's flank, a testament to the invasive nature of life itself. These crustaceans, with their hard shells and sticky appendages, invade the bison's skin, embedding themselves deeply and causing a wound that festers and oozes. The bison, unable to shake them off, becomes a living canvas for these creatures, each barnacle feeding off the nutrients and fluids of its host, creating a grotesque symbiosis that is both fascinating and repulsive. As the infestation grows, the bison's condition deteriorates. The barnacles multiply, forming colonies that resemble a dark, twisted coral reef. Each barnacle, with its serrated edges, digs into the flesh, causing pain and suffering. The wound becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, leading to infections that can spread throughout the bison's body. This once mighty creature, a symbol of strength and resilience, is now a shadow of its former self, burdened by the weight of its unwanted passengers. Its movements become sluggish, its spirit dimmed, as it fights a battle against an enemy it cannot see. The barnacle infestation serves as a stark reminder of the harsh realities of nature. It illustrates the delicate balance of ecosystems, where one species can inadvertently become a parasite to another. In this case, the bison, a creature that roams the plains with grace, becomes a host for an organism that thrives on its suffering. The barnacles, in their relentless pursuit of survival, reveal a chilling truth: nature is not always kind. But let us not forget the role humans play in this dark tale. Our actions have consequences that ripple through the fabric of life. Pollution, climate change, and habitat destruction have altered the delicate balance of ecosystems, allowing invasive species to thrive in places they were never meant to be. The barnacles that cling to the bison are a metaphor for the consequences of human actions. Each barnacle a reminder of the impact we have on the natural world. We may view ourselves as the stewards of the earth, but we often act as its parasites, consuming and exploiting without regard for the creatures that share this planet with us. In the end, we must confront the uncomfortable truth that we are all interconnected, bound by the threads of life and death. The bison, with its barnacle wound, stands as a testament to the resilience of nature, but also as a warning of the fragility of existence. Perhaps we should take a in the vast, shimmering expanse of the ocean, where the sunlight dances upon the waves, and the gentle hum of marine life creates a symphony of serenity, a dark tale unfolds beneath the surface. Here, we encounter a creature that once epitomized grace and intelligence, the dolphin. But today, this dolphin is not the image of beauty we often associate with its kind. Instead, it bears the scars of a harrowing battle, a horrific wound that reveals the grim reality of life in the sea. The dolphin's side is marred by a grotesque infestation of mussels, a sight that is both shocking and haunting, drawing us into a world where nature's wonders are intertwined with its horrors. As we observe this majestic creature, we cannot help but be captivated by the stark contrast between its natural elegance and the ghastly reality of its condition. The wound is not merely a surface injury. It is a gateway into a deeper narrative of survival and suffering. The mussels, small but insidious, have latched onto the dolphin's skin, burrowing into its flesh with a tenacity that is both remarkable and repulsive. These mollusks, often overlooked in the grand tapestry of marine life, have become unwitting agents of destruction, exploiting the very being of this once proud animal. The infestation begins innocently enough, with a few mussel larvae drifting through the water, seeking a host. For the dolphin, the initial encounter is hardly noticeable, but as the larvae settle and mature, they form dense clusters, their shells sharp and unforgiving, The dolphin's immune system, designed to fend off such intruders, struggles against the onslaught. As the muscles grow, they create pressure on the dolphin's body, leading to inflammation and infection. The wound festers, a grotesque reminder of the relentless struggle for survival in the harsh realities of nature. The sight is both fascinating and repugnant. The mussels, with their hard, calcified shells, create a stark contrast against the soft, delicate skin of the dolphin. They cling stubbornly, drawing nutrients from the dolphin's body, while simultaneously causing immense pain and suffering. The dolphin, once a symbol of joy and playfulness, now embodies the darker side of existence, a victim of a cruel twist of fate. As we delve deeper into this story, we are forced to confront the unsettling truth. Nature is not always kind, and beauty often masks a more sinister reality. But what drives this infestation? The answer lies in the intricate web of life that humans have woven. In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched meadow, a striking white horse stands, its coat gleaming like freshly fallen snow. Yet, as we draw closer, the beauty of this creature is overshadowed by a horrific sight. A grotesque barnacle wound festers on its flank, a chilling testament to the relentless forces of nature. A small marine crustacean typically clings to rocks and ships, but in this unsettling instance, it has found a most unusual host. Imagine, if you will, a creature that thrives in salty waters, now invading the soft flesh of a majestic land animal. This shocking juxtaposition sets the stage for a tale that intertwines the beauty of the natural world with its darker, more grotesque realities. As we delve deeper into the phenomenon of barnacle infestation, we uncover a startling truth about these tenacious little invaders. Barnacles, with their hard calcareous shells, attach themselves to surfaces using a powerful adhesive. When they latch onto a horse, their presence can lead to painful lesions, inflammation, and even infection. The horse, unable to escape this peculiar parasite, suffers greatly as the barnacles burrow into its skin, feeding on its nutrients and creating a festering wound that can attract other opportunistic pathogens. The sight is enough to make even the most seasoned veterinarian shudder. A once proud creature, now a canvas of suffering, marred by the relentless grip of an unwanted guest. This unsettling reality raises questions about the balance of nature. Is it not a cruel twist of fate that the horse, a symbol of grace and freedom, should fall victim to such an insidious parasite? The barnacle, in its quest for survival, embodies the harshness of the natural world, where the line between beauty and horror often blurs. It serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things, where the fate of one can impact the other in ways both profound and disturbing. Yet, as we ponder this dark tale, we must also reflect on our role as stewards of the earth. Our actions, pollution, habitat destruction, have far-reaching consequences that can disrupt the delicate balance of ecosystems. In our quest for progress, we often overlook the intricate web of life that sustains us. Perhaps, in the end, the real horror lies not in the barnacle itself, but in our indifference to the suffering of other beings. So, as we gaze upon this unfortunate horse, we are left with a chilling thought in the grand tapestry of nature. We are all connected, and sometimes the most beautiful creatures bear the heaviest burdens. And in the icy realms of the Arctic, where the sun barely kisses the horizon, and the biting winds howl like lost souls, a haunting spectacle unfolds. Imagine a majestic polar bear, a creature synonymous with strength and resilience, now marred by a grotesque affliction, a horrific barnacle wound. This is not just a story of beauty turned to horror. It is a stark reminder of the fragility of life in the wild, where even the mightiest can fall victim to the relentless forces of nature. And as the camera zooms in, the viewer is immediately struck by the stark contrast of the bear's white fur against the dark, crusty barnacles that have taken hold of its skin. These barnacles, once mere specks of marine life, have blossomed into a grotesque garden of horrors, each one a testament to the invasive nature of life that clings to those who are already struggling for survival. Those small crustaceans that attach themselves to hard surfaces have found an unfortunate host in our polar bear. They thrive in the cold waters of the Arctic, where they latch onto the bear during its swim, embedding themselves into the thick layers of fat and skin. This infestation is not just a superficial annoyance. It can lead to severe infections, pain, and even death. The barnacles, with their sharp edges and hard shells, create deep wounds that ooze with infection, turning the bear's once pristine coat into a canvas of decay. Each barnacle is a tiny parasite, feeding on the bear's body, siphoning away its strength and vitality. As the viewer watches, they cannot help but feel a sense of dread, a visceral reaction to the sight of nature's cruelty. As we delve deeper into the biology of these creatures, it becomes clear that barnacles are not merely opportunistic hitchhikers. They possess a fascinating yet unsettling life cycle. After being fertilized, they settle on a surface, be it a rock, a ship, or in this case, a polar bear. They secrete a powerful adhesive that allows them to cling tightly, making removal nearly impossible. This adhesive is so strong that it can withstand the harshest of ocean currents. Once secured, they grow, forming a hard shell that protects them from predators and the elements. However, this growth comes at a cost to their host. The bear, once a symbol